abusua yema mo akwa baba akroma TV gauge. We new to the channel abomaden so be subscribe, like videos no, share na abusua, leave a comment. Abusua paragraph na twija na no pay. Mama nim said the MPP for sisi omo be yomo flag bearer Saturday 4th of November. Abusua paragraph aboache aba be twija pa. We say obiara nim ne side so wa pick side obiara nim so no de nipa ba ko pe no support no. Dr. Mahmood Bawumia no support no. I say enye bibia nti no support Bawumia nneoma number of some nneoma bi a leadership trait e wo Bawumia ho nti no support Bawumia. I say bi te say how astute Bawumia te. Also say Bawumia we astute person a wo ka asem wo gina so. Wanye obi a obeye ana me say da bi na sa asem we kra na do danko edikan akada. I say Bawumia obi a wo ka na asem gina so. Wonka asem nya me say anaso won to tom papa so. Was it because of how loyal Bawumia is? And then also, Abusua Yena Yahu said the loyalty now come was an Abusua Yena Yahu. Said this is here, a mom play, a mom playing in as parent, a mom playing in a mobile brina to come more free, said in another downqua, and my moon who says another downqua near president. A million of ministers near MPs, as you see, and some by no more yet. Mo campaign obi a twene ho afi amammo no obi a twene ho afi na nadom amammo no said the one dey no one ka ho na nado ne Bawumia mo na ayama ade na say ka Bawumia so betimi atwene ho afi so a vice president wonye the main president ko nso betimi atwene ho ba was stick with na nado we gina na nado side and the chair how loyal he is no so na Bawumia is sacrificial so sacrifice my party no we nema bebre my party na just behind doors na back doors ne and the moon nyina Bawumia is sacrifice bebre my party no we say Bawumia is very transparent. Wɔyɛ adeɛ ɔma nipa hunu mu wɔnyɛ adeɛ mfa nsia na so wɔn bo bi kwasia so wɔyɛ adeɛ na ɛyɛ sɛ 50-50 wɔn nipa hunu mu wɔn obiara hunu mu so that's how transparent Bawumia is. Also Bawumia is a very honest person yɛn nyinaa yɛnim wɔka sɛ digitization wɔ start yɛ nneɛma Ghana card na aba nsɛm bi a Bawumia de n'ano bɛka bi a wɔyɛ ana so ohyia wɔ a wɔyɛ nipa bi a wɔka asɛm kyerɛ a wɔn nsa nsan n'akyi nanso wɔnka asɛm nsa mfa n'ano ntwitwi fam dabi Bawumia nyɛ obi a ɔyɛ saa Bawumia ka nokorɛ. Also Bawumia is result oriented or can we see the so make it promises and as a policies our day kwan say campaign or the good kwan nyina or ba on say Bawumia bitimi we result oriented ono answer no obea be can be bia not as what na say check here say bibia be koso and say bibia bitimi ayi as no ban so no result oriented or the can say ma no solution or dey badada so ka so be or buy or be na say the open I think Bawumia is very hard working ye nyina yan so yini and who said the Bawumia is me qua funny afa BBC crown and another new man who said the Bawumia to me take it the affairs of the country or yet himself Dr. Mahmood Bawumia is a very hard working person. I said Bawumia is a servant leader. I said leader be our man about so I don't know if he said Ghana for crying to have a more so much me be my or man about so said they want to say we are some 2 million of time was about Bawumia will be tisa. I said Bawumia leader was serving the people who say yen did 2 million Ghana for the 2 million man. So ɔbrɛ ho ase ɛne nkɔfo di nkɔmɔ ɛti ɔmo so firi ɛboa ɔmo ɛna ɔsɛ Bawumia sisi ano ɛnyɛ MPP party no kwa ne hia no miracle baby Bawumia ne nyinaa ne hia no bisɔ yɛn kɔ ne nkɔti paragraph abra ɔbɔ Bawumia aba so say.
Roland, tomorrow's election is a culmination of events that have happened for the New Patriotic Party. It's going to be a democratic election. All the processes that were put in place prior to coming into the conference, which is tomorrow, from the super delegates conference to every single candidate having an opportunity to campaign and share their policies and agendas with the delegates of the New Patriotic Party. Tomorrow is the D-Day. Tomorrow is the final exam. The entire process has been extremely democratic. The New Patriotic Party has once again shown that is the party of choice for the young people of this country. The New Patriotic Party has once again shown that when it comes to politicking and it comes to formation of the political party at the grassroots, there is none other than the New Patriotic Party. We are aware that there are 4 persons that are going into the election tomorrow. It's going to be a free and fair election administered by the Electoral Commission of Ghana. We are no doubt in our mind that the level at which we have decentralized, unity is what we all wish for and pray for. We know that at this very time, the best leader to lead the New Patriotic Party. And I'm very certain that everyone that is viewing has known my stance on the choice of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for me as the rightful person to lead the New Patriotic Party for a number of reasons. How astute he has been, how sacrificial he has been, how honest he is, how loyal he is, how transparent he is, how sacrificial he is, how hardworking he is, how result-oriented he is, how of a servant leader he is, which the country needs. And I have stated that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the miracle baby and the miracle boy, not only for the New Patriotic Party, but also for the Ghanaian people at large. And we've gotten to a stage where we are sure that forging forward with such tenant and character of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ghana is going to be one of the most enviable countries in the sub-region of West Africa, one of the most enviable countries on the continent of Africa, and one of the most enviable countries globally. And so tomorrow, you are aware that the IGP, Dr. George Akufu-Dampare, would also deploy police personnel across the length and breadth of this country to ensure that the election is free, is fair, conducted in an unintimidated manner. And I'm glad that yesterday at the press conversation and the MOU signage, you could see the camaraderie between the various aspirants, that we are one family, we are a united family, we stand stronger in our ideas and ideologies, our differences are strong, but that's what makes us a bigger family. And you could see the smiles and the exchanges of hugs and pleasantries between the sitting president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, together with candidate Japan and
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I saw them shaking hands.
Yeah, shaking hands, hugging, exchanging pleasantries with Dr. Free Akoto and Adainimo. And I think that we want to forge a stronger party together. And we want to be sure that after tomorrow we have a party that is united, we have a party that is stronger to be able to face the NDC in the 2024 general election.
Well, Roger, at the end of the day, if there are concerns that you would have in terms of the utterances that have been made either by us as media, from the opposition NDC, the other opposition party CPP in consideration because they've been the most vocal apart from the NDC, and then also civil society, etc. What would be some of those worrisome utterances that you think should be deflated?
Well, Roland, you see, we are involved in politics. Tomorrow is a major day for the New Patriotic Party. And a day to the election is important that for those of us that are in government and also are in the political party have a sober reflection of what is going to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
Which explains my stance in how I'm delivering my conversation this morning. I'll raise a few points. I mean, I think that I will not hold brief for anything that any of you have said or done, civil society organizations. I would say that it makes the entire game beautiful. I mean, let's just go ahead with it. But I'll raise a few things that re-emphasizes that Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not a system candidate as people have so purportedly to be. Very, very clearly, tomorrow's election is a very keenly contested election. Keenly contested election. I think that with the exception of Adainimo, who has been a repeat from various successive elections in terms of primaries within the New Patriotic Party, all the other three are new entrants. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a new entrant into the flag bearership. Kennedy Japan is a new entrant into the flag bearership. Free Akoto as well is a new entrant into the flag bearership. And I would want to state the significant contribution of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I have stated...
To the MPP?
Yes, to the New Patriotic Party. And I think that it's important that we juxtapose the context of the election we are going to have tomorrow within the New Patriotic Party. We are going to have a delegated election. What does it mean? It means that we're going to have an election that is going to be voted on by delegates of the New Patriotic Party. I mean, I hear lawyer Jantua speak about a debate within the four aspirants on the national platform. But I mean, on the national platform, you are aware that on the national platform, it's the entire Ghanaian people. And for us as a New Patriotic Party, we are aware as well that whoever we choose, we are not oblivion of that at all. we are aware that whoever we choose is going to represent the country. And should that person win, that will be the choice of the Ghanaian people. And the New Patriotic Party has a history of winning elections and winning successive elections. And so we don't want to focus on some grasshopper issues, on lights and street lights and all of those.
Grasshopper.
There are lion
You call that
issues.
grasshopper?
There are lion issues
I've
that we
allowed
have
it,
dealt
please.
with. There are successful issues that
He has opened their flag.
Yes, I mean there are successful
At
issues.
night, no
There
lights on the
there are
road.
successful
People are
issues-
dying.
There are successful issues. When he was talking, I was not disrupting.
Sorry.
There are successful issues that this country and this government has dealt with. I think that if you want to champion the successes of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo together with his number two, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I think it's important that you champion all of that. I mean, because the entire value chain of the country is not oblivion of some challenges that we face. But
What are the good sides?
I'll just go through it. I mean, you recall that in 2012, when we went to the Supreme Court and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stood before the judges, as a result of his input today, the entire country and the entire Electoral Commission has reforms because of a man whose preoccupation was not a political
he was
career
just a
person.
witness.
Oh, I beg your pardon. It was
It's the
just
outcome of-
it is his witnessing. It is his
the
witnessing
outcome
process. No, it
of
is-
the case,
It is his
the
witnessing
judgment.
process. Yes. It is
Based on the
it is
recommendations
his
that led
witnessing process.
to-
Of course, it is his witnessing process that has caused electoral reforms in the Electoral Commission
Was he the
in
only?
this country.
Was he the only witness?
He was the most prominent witness. from
By
the
your
new judge.
judgment?
Well, from the
What
from
are some of the reforms?
I can name them. I will state them. Continuous voter registration exercise, establishment of the National
Please,
Coalition
continuous
Center,
voter registration hasn't been done in
institutionalization
2021,
of the Inter-Party
2022.
Advisory Committee, the use of biometric verification devices, serial numbering of statement of poll and declaration of results, the administration of oath by EC officials and others. These reforms are there, and nobody can make a claim to that. Now, when we came into office, and Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the vice president to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is not a weak politician. He's a very tough politician. He's not a sleeping president. He's a president that takes to the latter the very details that are needed. Now, when we came,
It's
there
a
was
president who has taken us to the IMF.
well, every
And not only taking us to the IMF, to the point
the
that
NDC John Dramani Mahama also took us to the IMF.
Yes, but our debts has
the
become
value- so the value is the same.
unserviceable.
The value is never the same. In
To the
then
point that we have to-
Roland, allow me
we
allow
have
me
to restructure
In the
our
then
debts.
NDC government, there was no global pandemic called COVID-19. Let's state it as it is. Let's state it as it is. In the then NDC government, there was not an invasion of Russia to Ukraine. I didn't think that this morning's conversation was going to be about it. But if that is where we are going to go, bring
But
it on.
you are raising it. Nobody has raised it for you.
Let's bring it on. When we came into office in 2016, in this country, there was not a unique identifiable number for every single citizen. You've traveled outside this country. You know the benefit of an ID card. People travel across the length and breadth of this country. People from Canada coming to Ghana with the Ghana card. You are aware of that.
What's that for?
What is the purpose of a Ghana
No,
card?
why are you raising the ID card issue?
No, I'm telling you the successes that we have chalked.
No, but
Were you the ones who started it?
ID card had
Allow
been.
me,
Were you the ones
allow
who
me
started
to,
it?
allow me to build my point. I mean, this heckling of these
Were you
other
the ones
people
who
who have
started
become
it?
a host, I'm not
The
too
grasshoppers.
sure what it is.
With the grasshoppers.
No, that's not what I've said.
That's what you said.
That's not
That's
what
what
I
you
said.